Recently, I made what felt like a huge decision to me, which was to rename my YouTube channel Princella the Woopreneur. And to me, that name, the Woopreneur, is very meaningful because for so many years, people like you and me have been made to feel like woo is less than, and to be interested in tarot and or the tarot and human design and astrology is frivolous. But I really want to stand my ground here and share this message that's really, really important, which is that esoteric modalities are not disproven. They have been proven through the lived experiences of many, many people. They have been, in some cases, scientifically proven. More and more today, doctors and scientists and researchers are collecting the data showing the difference between someone's brain that's connected to source, connected to God, and utilizing their faculties and their senses, that their brain shows up differently. And so I want to just demystify woo in my own way, in my own capacity. And in my own way, that means talking about woo in business. So working against that has always worked against me and my goals and how I want to show up in the world. And I'm just no longer going to tolerate that anymore. I am no longer going to tolerate that anymore because woo has become important to me and an important guide in my journey, in my business. And the only thing holding me back to the space that I want to be in, the business that I want to have, the only thing that's been holding me back is my own lack of belief in myself and my ability to speak my mind in this arena and to be myself. And I'm done with that. So if you're someone that is interested in growing your business, whether it's in the woo space or you love to use woo modalities to support you in your own private woo space, and to guide you and give a little confidence boost or a suggestion or something, and see and that it feels good to you to follow those inclinations. Maybe it also feels good to you to learn to develop your intuition. Then this would be the channel for you. And one thing that has been extremely important in my journey in using woo in my business is that I am learning to trust and develop my intuition. Intuition is very woo because it is a feeling and it is a response that we can have to this feeling. We can also choose to name that feeling that we have with our intuition, or that knowing we have. We could choose to name it whatever we want, right? We can choose to go to, well, that's a ridiculous thought, and dismiss it. Or we can say, wow, that's a great idea to pursue, and I love that idea, and I'm going for it. We can choose to, because sometimes I get like butterflies in my stomach, and that's a sign of my intuition. I can choose to say, oh, that's nervousness. Maybe that means to hold back. Or we can go at it with curiosity and say, ooh, this feeling is an intuitive hit. Let's see where it takes me. You know, there's a huge difference there, and both can be true, and we can choose what's true. So if you are interested in following me along in this journey, I would love to hear, what kind of woo are you into? What do you want to learn to develop? And what are you curious about? Another thing that I'm especially curious about is how our emotions are a part of our decision making. And that isn't something that is for everyone. But for me, I'm a very emotional person. And so my emotions come through with things that I'm excited about and things that I can't wait to do and things that scare me also. my feelings will come in, and sometimes I need to understand them first before I can make my next move. So if that's you, this channel is really going to be for you, because that is a huge part of my personal journey, but also the journey of many people that I know that want to learn and understand their emotions, and how riding that wave of emotions is crucial to making decisions that are good decisions for you, instead of decisions that are based off of a really high feeling or a very low feeling of fear, or a high feeling of excitement and elation. So where are you in that arena? So I'd love to hear from you. I would love to create a Woopreneur collective where we meet regularly. If that's something that you're interested in, please let me know, especially if you're early in your journey. I will also have special guests that come on that talk about their expertise in certain woo spaces. So if there is an esoteric modality that you want to learn more about, or that you would like to develop within yourself, and you want to hear from people, let me know. And I'd love to have them as a guest on Princella the Woopreneur new YouTube channel. So thanks for watching, and I hope that if you enjoyed this and if this spoke to you, that you will like and subscribe and watch for more videos. Bye-bye.